I will not use the Android Studio Editor, though you can absolutely do that. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a fully fledged IDE with the Flutter plugin. You can work in it, and if you want to use that, you can follow along through the entire course with that IDE without problems. I'll quit it though, because I have another IDE which I like more, and that's Visual Studio Code. You install it from codevisualstudio.com, and it's a free IDE, just like Android Studio. It should automatically present you the right download option for Mac. And you can simply, well, download it then. And once you did download it, you will have a file which you can execute and which will walk you through the installer. The installation should be pretty straightforward. There's nothing special on it or nothing tricky on it. Once you did install Visual Studio, you can open it, run it, and then in the starting screen, simply choose Open Folder or choose File Open to open your Flutter project. So that is what I'll do. Open that first app folder, and this will now open Flutter in, well, that IDE. Now, I will actually use this IDE and also this look of the IDE, which is the dark theme. You can change the look under Code, Preferences, Color Themes. But I will install some extra extensions to make working with Flutter a bit more pleasant. And that extension can be added by going to View, Extensions, or using that shortcut, or using that sidebar you will probably see here on the left. Extensions are simply add-ons to Visual Studio Code, which let us enhance the coding experience. And there you should simply search for Flutter to find the official Flutter plugin or extension. Click Install there, and this will also install the Dart extension as a dependency. Once you did install it, you can hit Reload to reload Visual Studio Code with that extension added. And there's one extra extension I will use throughout the course, which is totally optional, and that's the Material Icon theme. Now that's not related to Flutter, it just makes the icons look nicer. I already got it installed. You can install it from this page. And once you did install that, but more important, the Flutter one, you can switch back to the Explorer here with that shortcut or by clicking in the menu. And you're back in your project structure, and now you're well prepared to work with Flutter. And for example, here in our main Dart file, we can manipulate our first app by, for example, going down to the increment counter method here and changing that counter plus plus thing to counter equals counter plus 2. This should now increase the counter by 2 on every click. Now the very cool thing is you can hit save here and then go back to your command prompt where you ran flutter run and simply hit R with that flutter run process running. So don't quit it. Hit R whilst it is running and it will hot reload your Flutter app, which means it will reload it on the fly on the emulator without the need to rebuild it. If that gets stuck somehow, you can press Shift R for a full rebuild and reload, still with that process running. So let's go back to our app, and it looks like nothing changed. We even have the old counter. But if we click the plus now, it increases by 2. And that's already showing how cool it is to work with Flutter and how easy it is to develop with it with that hot reloading. And this also is the setup I will use throughout the course. And I will teach you all about Flutter, Dart, and some tricks with the IDE throughout this course. Now let's see how that works for Windows, or if that doesn't matter to you because you're using Mac only, let's continue with the course and dive deeper into Flutter.